We start our story with a music teacher named Joe. Now, Joe was a pianist, and a truly excellent one at that. He spent his days teaching students, but if we're being honest, his heart wasn't really in the classroom. His true dream, he wanted to be out there playing in a real music club. One day, the principal of his school calls him into the office. "She has big news, Joe. You've been made permanent at this job." Normally, a promotion like that would make anyone jump for joy. You'd expect Joe to be thrilled, right? But he isn't. He's actually unhappy. He goes home and tells his mother the news. His mother, on the other hand, is ecstatic. She's so proud. Joe looks at her, confused, and asks why she's so excited when this isn't even his dream. She gently reminds him that he's a music teacher and this is a good, stable life. Joe eventually starts to agree with her. Maybe he should just settle down. But right then, the phone rings. It's one of his students. This student tells Joe, "Hey, I've joined a music club," the exact kind of club Joe has always dreamed of. The student explains that while he's the drummer, the band is still looking for a few more people. He invites Joe to come by. Without a second thought, Joe forgets his permanent job and runs as fast as he can to that music club. When Joe walks in, he meets the owner, a lady who clearly knows her music. She tells him to show her what he's got. Joe sits at the piano and pours his soul into the keys. He plays so beautifully that he wins over everyone in the room. The lady is impressed. She tells him, "You play very well. You're performing with us in the night show starting today." Joe is walking on air. He leaves the club, feeling like his life has finally begun. He's so busy celebrating on a phone call that he doesn't even notice the busy traffic around him. He isn't scared of the cars. He's just lost in his own world. He's walking along, completely unconcerned, when suddenly, bang, an uncovered manhole is right in his path. Joe falls right into it, and just like that, Joe dies. His soul transforms into a small, blue-colored spirit. He wakes up in a place that is pitch black, no light, nothing to see. But then, Joe's soul spots a massive glowing ball of light far away. There are endless stairs leading up to it. This place is called the Great Beyond. It's the afterlife. Joe is terrified. He doesn't want to go toward the light, so he starts running back. He meets other spirits who have been there for a long time. They tell him, "We don't have the courage to go to the Great Beyond either." There was even an old soul who had been stuck there for 106 years. Joe wanders away and finds a place that looks like a beautiful garden. Some tiny, cute souls start teasing him, and Joe just tells them to leave him alone. Suddenly, a giant, different-looking soul appears. This is a soul translator. Joe asks, "Where am I?" The translator explains that this is the Great Before. This is the place where tiny new souls live before they are sent down to Earth. There's a portal right under them, and you can see the Earth below. All the little baby souls are jumping through it to start their lives. Joe thinks, "This is my chance." He jumps, hoping to return to Earth, but it doesn't work. He just repels right back up. He tries again and again, but the portal won't let him through. The translator tells him there is only one way. You have to become a mentor to one of these new souls. If you don't, you have to go to the Great Beyond. Terrified of disappearing into the light, Joe heads to the mentor session. But meanwhile, an accountant, the one who keeps track of every soul, notices something is wrong. He tells the translator, "I've made a mistake in the count." He goes to the files to double-check the records. He's looking for Joe. Over at the seminar, Joe is learning how to be a mentor. They explain that a mentor's job is to help a new soul find their spark, the thing that makes them ready for life. But there's a catch. No one in that room is actually ready because their own sparks aren't complete. They are told that if they can complete their spark by training with these souls, they might be allowed back to the world. Joe's turn finally comes, and he is assigned a tiny, cute soul named 22. 22 is a bit of a handful. He starts explaining things to Joe. "Look," 22 says, "we're going to look at your past life to see what you did. But I'm warning you, the chances of me going to Earth are tiny. I've had famous scientists and people like Mother Teresa as mentors, and even they couldn't help me." They look back at Joe's life together. 22 sees Joe playing piano and teaching classes, and he realizes Joe's life didn't go the way he wanted. He died right before his dream came true. 22 feels a bit of sympathy and says, "Okay, I'll help you." They try everything to complete the spark so Joe can go back. Joe plays the piano, but nothing happens. 22 tries different activities, but still no spark. The soul translator returns and warns them, "Time is running out." They travel to a dark place filled with lost souls or evil souls. They are even chased by one. Luckily, a sailor arrives on a ship and offers to help. While they are there, they see an evil soul finally complete its spark and travel back to Earth. Joe, 22, and the sailor get on the boat. The sailor uses a stick to open a portal and begins playing music, telling Joe to focus. Suddenly, they can see Joe's life on Earth. He's in a hospital bed. Joe and 22 jump toward the portal together, but something goes terribly wrong. When they land, 22's soul accidentally falls into Joe's body, and Joe's soul falls into the body of a therapy cat. Joe, the cat, is furious. They leave the hospital, but 22 in Joe's body is terrified. He's never been on Earth before. The noise, the cars, the people, it's all too much. He hides by some steps, trembling. Joe, the cat, tries to comfort him, saying, "It's okay, the world won't hurt you." To calm him down, Joe the cat brings him a slice of pizza. 22 eats it and loves it. Suddenly, Joe's phone rings. It's the music club owner, and then his student. Since Joe is a cat, he can't answer. He listens to the voice notes. The owner saw Joe and still wants him to perform in the show tonight. Joe is happy, but he's a cat. He has to convince 22 to do the show for him. Finally, 22 agrees. They start preparing. Joe the cat tries to trim his human hair, which doesn't work well, so they go to a barber shop. Then they visit Joe's mother's shop, where she gives him a beautiful suit. 22, wearing Joe's body, looks great. As they walk through the city, something changes. 22 starts to love life. He enjoys the food, the air, the feeling of walking. He tells Joe the cat, "I want to live here forever." But Joe snaps back, "That's my body." 22 gets scared and starts to run away, with Joe the cat chasing after him. But remember that accountant. He's on Earth now, hunting for the missing soul. He has spread portals all over the city. As 22 and the cat are running, they fall right into one and are pulled back into the world of souls. Back in the Great Before, they start to argue, but then they notice something. 22's spark is finally complete. Joe's soul is bitter. He tells 22, "You only got that spark because you were in my body, doing my things. It should have been mine." 22 feels terrible. He gives the Earth Pass spark to Joe and disappears. Joe is happy to have his life back. He jumps through the portal, lands in his body, and rushes to the music club. He's late, but the lady lets him play. He performs the show of his life. It's perfect. Everyone loves it. But as Joe walks home, he doesn't feel the way he thought he would. He misses 22. He looks around his house at the things 22 left behind. The half-eaten pizza, the donuts, the little things 22 found beautiful. Joe realizes he needs to find his friend. He sits down, closes his eyes, and meditates until he returns to the soul world. He finds the sailor, who tells him 22 has become a lost soul. He's sad and doesn't care about anything anymore. Joe finds 22, who is now a giant, dark, angry spirit. 22 tries to run, but Joe follows him. Joe tries to convince him to come back to the portal, but 22 is consumed by darkness. Joe shows 22 a simple leaf, a reminder of the beauty of Earth. 22's heart melts. He remembers what it's like to actually live. They stand at the portal. They only have one spark. 22 says, "I can't go alone. If I go, I want to go with you." But Joe knows what he has to do. He gives 22 the spark. They hold hands and jump together, but halfway down, Joe lets go. He sacrifices himself so 22 can finally have a life on Earth. Joe falls back into the grate, before, ready to face whatever comes next. But the soul translators have been watching. They are so moved by Joe's sacrifice that they give him a gift. "Joe, we're letting you go back." Joe happily returns to his body on Earth, but he's a different man now. He makes a promise to himself. He will live every single day as if his time is limited. He will make every moment memorable and cherish every breath. And that is where our story ends.